Hello, this is Mark,
Hi.
and welcome. Tonight, I'm having tea with Latha. Latha, you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah. Hi, Mark. How are you?
We're
Cheating.
doing good.
Yeah.
So, tonight, I'm actually enjoying a good cup of detox tea. I like to have a little bit of a detox throughout the week, and to help make myself cleanse myself and feel better and detox myself from my system. Latha, you want to tell everybody what you do for a living?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Mark, for having me. And I'm having some great refreshing tea as well, some mint tea. So
That's awesome.
so what I do for a living, I'm actually a lifestyle lifter, and that is kind of like a life coach, kind of like a health coach. Essentially, they're both kind of put together. And what I do is really help people become empowered and live their happiest and truest lives. And that deals in all areas of your life, having a healthy life in your diet, in your exercise, in your career, with your family, with your relationships, everything. I really truly believe that health is it involves all of those things. It involves your whole life. It's not just about what you're eating or how much you're exercising, but it involves about how truly happy you are. And throughout the years, I've actually been working more or less and assisting people in their health and wellness for over a decade now. And I've really realized that a lot of the issues that people face really come from their own mental attitude and what they have, the beliefs that they have about themselves and what they think they're really worthy of or what they deserve in their life. So I really work with people to change their mental paradigms and to just truly transform their lives and in just through working with that and mental attitude. So.
That is really awesome. Lifestyle lifter. I really like that whole entire concept because you're lifting a person's lifestyle, you know? So where does this all start from when you're working with somebody?
Yeah, so when I'm working with someone, it's always one-on-one at this point. And we'd have sessions, either phone or through Skype, Google Hangouts, or whatever kind of a video session if necessary. And we talk about whatever the person's going through. So some people will come and find me for weight loss reasons or for health reasons, or they feel like they need to exercise more, or they're having relationship issues with their husband or wife. And we kind of talk about it. And in the first session, we dig into what the issues that they're really dealing with are. And then from there, we figure out a plan of action and how we can actually work together for the benefit of that person and what areas we really want to explore and what we want to really see about what's going on.
That is really awesome. Right before we went live, we're talking about magnificence.
Mhm.
And, I was sharing how, some people, they fear their magnificence. And you said you work with people that type of aspect about life. Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with a lot of people, and the times I find that they have people on a larger scale sometimes lack their own self-confidence or belief in themselves. I truly do believe that everybody is magnificent, and that they have this true, amazing, innate power within themselves. And throughout life, from whatever society is telling them, or they're getting beat down for whatever reason, or things that have occurred in their life, they start to believe that they're not magnificent and that they don't have this ultimate power in which they can achieve anything. So through my work, through the work that I do one-on-one working with people, I can really coach them into realizing the truth about themselves.
So, Latha, where does this power come from that people have?
Mark, it's innate. It really is. It comes from you, from birth, from who you are. Just as a being on this earth, you were brought here for a reason, and that is to live a truly happy and healthy and wonderful life, a magnificent life. And it's truly innate. It's not something that one person has and another doesn't. I really believe that it is something that is that everyone has and everyone can tap into their own magnificence.
I'm pretty sure that, what you do and working with people requires like a certain amount of strength, in terms of like handling different types of like reasons that people give to you. What can you say about your inner strength that you have?
Oh, I can say that It has been difficult for me. When I first started, it was incredibly difficult working with some people that were dealing with really serious issues, traumas, sexual traumas, abuses that they've gone through, and that was kind of lingering in their own life. And to come into working with someone like that, I really had to build up my own strength to deal with that and really be able to assist that person in a way that wasn't harming me in that whole process of it. So throughout the years, I've really developed a system in which I feel that spiritually I am able to assist someone and help as a healer without taking on their own energy or whatever issues that they're going through themselves.
Because I can imagine like doing, working with people,
Mhm.
and also like when you work with people, you have to have like boundaries and also have to show people how to utilize boundaries. What type of work do you do with boundaries with others?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, definitely as a coach, I always set my own boundaries about what our relationship as a coach and a client will be. We have our time slots that we are dedicated to. Usually I sell packages, and the client will purchase a package of maybe 10 sessions or 2-month sessions or whatever, is necessary after our initial meeting. We discuss it and figure it out. And we stick to that. And I really hold the client accountable. And I think that they hold me accountable because that's the agreement that we work in. And I always function with integrity, and I expect my clients to as well. And that's how things really work out, and how our healing can happen.
I really like that, Latha, because you definitely do, talk with integrity, and you do like back your words with actual meaning, and that's something that a really good lifestyle lifter should really, possess is integrity, backing their words with meaning, and also, being who you are, and accessing that power. So another question I ask for you is, if someone is that you're working with is like stuck,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure you come across that a lot, what approach do you have with this person?
Well, it depends in what area they're stuck in, and every person is really individual. I really do believe in bio-individuality, meaning that there's no one cure fixes all. I wish I could package it in a bottle and sell it. I'd be like a multimillionaire by now. But that's not how it works, and it's really person dependent, and it's all about the one-on-one and trying to tailor whatever the healing is for that person. And I work in a multitude of different things. I work with spiritual healing and yoga and things like that, as well as nutrition-based and lifestyle healing as well. A lot of people have come to me for feeling issues of dealing with a glass ceiling in which they couldn't break an income level. I've dealt with many entrepreneurs or business owners that just really were making a certain income, and they knew that they were able to make more, or whatever that case was, but financially they're struggling and their business is struggling because of that. And through working with them, through changing their mental attitude about things, I've had people that have come and told me, we had a couple of sessions together, and they would say, this month I'm making more in 1 month than I have made for any month in the past 12 years, and that's huge
Yeah.
and just small little changes that can be so impactful in someone's life is just profound.
Now, earlier on when we were talking, you had talked about like power
Mhm.
and how we all have this power inside of us. Why aren't we all achieving greatness? What's happening here?
Yeah, that's a good question, right? Because it's innate and we're all so powerful. And I get that. So what I believe is happening is really just people forget it. They slowly forget it from things that are happening in their life, from society telling them that they can't for whatever reason. Oh, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too fat, you're too black, you're too white, whatever the stereotype is that they're dealing with, they start to believe it. And then that becomes their paradigm instead of the paradigm that they were truly created to have, which is to be just truly successful and wealthy and magnificent in their life. And when I say wealth, I don't just mean a financial wealth, but I mean a life of wealth, being wealthy in relationships, being wealthy in their health, being wealthy, of course, financially as well, and just living their life in the most powerful way that they can.
So you shared before how you work with people that hit like this glass ceiling with the income, and then all of a sudden, boom, people make the most money they ever had. So what's happening that people have these breakthroughs. Like, what do you like? What do you tell these people?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's what everyone wants to know. What's the secret? So I can tell you a little bit about that. What I really do is work with people about changing their mental attitude, and one of the biggest things with that, I can tell you, there's three parts of it. So the first thing is really maintaining a gratitude attitude. I'm a big believer in that. Just saying thank you and being grateful for everything that you have in your life currently, and that might not be much. You know, you might drive a broken down car and live in an apartment that you don't really like, or whatever the case is, and you want so much more, but you really have to be grateful for what you have in this moment to then show the universe or the world that you are so grateful for what you have and that you want so much more. So the first thing is really maintaining an attitude of gratitude. And I always tell people the best way to do that every morning is to create a list of 10 things, to write it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of things that you're grateful for. And that could be, you know, thing number 1 is, I am so grateful for my husband. Thank you for the sky being clear today. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my boss. You know, whatever it is, whatever you feel inspired to write that day in the morning, that's a great way to get your day started, because then already you're vibrating on a very high level of having this gratitude, having this energy of positivity, and then you can go throughout your day and try to continue on that level. And then at night, I encourage people to write that list again. And it doesn't have to be the same list that you wrote in the morning. It can be whatever you want. And if you know, if things overlap, maybe you're grateful for your husband again at night. Maybe you're grateful for having a bed to sleep in, or having toes, you know, or whatever was going on throughout your day, just to be grateful for how things went around. And also, I really do encourage people to continue to maintain that attitude of gratitude throughout the day. And stuff happens all the time that really would shift your energy. Stuff like maybe you stub your toe getting out of bed, or you know, you get into a car accident, a fender bender, and man, those things just can plummet, can be killer for your positive energy and positive, you know, mental mind attitude and everything like that. So I encourage people that when you're getting into these thoughts of, you know, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh man, I'll never make this money, or I'll never be able to do this, or my life sucks, or whatever these little spiral, this little vortex of just darkness that you're getting into, to really just stop in that moment and then think of things that you're grateful for. And that is so powerful to just shift your energy right away. So that's probably one of the biggest things that I.
Latha, I have to say, gratitude is the way to go. I mean, I definitely got a lot of that one, because, you know, I was thinking about that. Like, gratitude is finding things to be grateful for. And then I like the approach about listing things to be grateful for in the morning, because you're setting yourself up for the day. And then at night, listing things you're grateful for again, I guess, before you go to sleep, is really powerful stuff. And I really do appreciate that answer. Another thing I want to ask you about is about, like, love, because I think that love is important too. And I think that, like, if people, you know, aren't doing well and that they don't really have gratitude and stuff like that, love goes out the door also. So what approach do you have with love?
Mark, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So the top 2 things that people always come to me for are really relationships and love, and then money issues. So with relationships and love, that is just huge, because people are always looking for some kind of interaction with that. Everybody wants, you know, a partner or someone to love and have affection with. Of course, that's like a natural response. And with that, I would say that the biggest thing about that is to really first love yourself. And I know it sounds a bit cliche, but that's where everything starts with. If you love yourself and you're passionate about who you are and what you can offer to the world, you have no doubt, I have no doubt that you will be attracting the people that you are supposed to be with in your life. And the same thing, like, so another thing that I usually work with people with about is visualization. So in visualization, you're really trying to imagine what your life could be like. So in the space of love, you would want to imagine your perfect partner, and you want to imagine it to the greatest detail. What color hair do they have? How tall are they? What color eyes do they have? Where are they? What kind of things do you guys do together, you know? And when you're visualizing this, I really encourage people to just really maintain that feeling of excitement that they're having of being with this person, their perfect partner. What are you guys doing together? How excited are you? How happy are you? All of these things. And that really helps you to vibrate on a very high frequency, and then attract those same things that exist on that frequency into your life. A short thing about attracting your perfect partner, I actually have done that. I had a series of really unhealthy relationships throughout my lifetime until I realized, okay, you know, you're coaching people on this, like, why aren't you doing this in your own life? And then I just totally got it in like a moment. And I now am with my perfect partner, literally the person that I had visualized. I made a list about 10 qualities that I wanted in a person, and then he appeared into my life. And at first, you know, I didn't even acknowledge that he was the person that I had requested from the universe, but he is. And the more that it became apparent, I was just awestruck that that could even happen, that's like, you have the ability to create this. Like, I'm so powerful that I could bring this person into my life. And it's not just that I'm powerful, but everybody is powerful in the same sense that they can do this.
That is awesome. Latha, that was so awesome, because, you know, you shared something, because visualization is powerful stuff, you know? And the fact that you actually manifested and did it on your own is really setting the example. So you really did cover some really great stuff. Love, you covered inner power, magnificence. You also covered gratitude. So I really, you know, I'm grateful to have you on. And, you know, another thing we'll talk about is basically about, you know, yoga and spirituality, and what role does that play in your life?
Yeah, it plays a huge role in my life. I am a very spiritual person. I am a regular meditator. I actually meditate with Vipassana meditation, and it's a style of meditation. There's so many styles. I always encourage people to try to get into meditation. I think that it's a great way to just be silent and be still with yourself. And I've actually come across a lot of people that are very religious, and they say, oh, well, you know, I don't want to downplay my religion by doing someone else's religion. But it's really, the thing is, like, meditation isn't really associated with any religion. I think that every religion has some sort of meditation, whatever it is. And the difference between meditation and prayer is quite significant, though people don't usually see it that way. In prayer, you're speaking to God. You know, you are praying for whatever it is, you're giving thanks or whatever the thing is, but it's a outward kind of frequency that you're sending out. It's like a radio station that you're sending something out to the universe, to a larger power. In meditation, you're kind of sitting in silence, and what that allows for you is to really like absorb that frequency, absorb that whatever. You're just listening, and you know, things will come to you in meditation that it just causes so much clarity in your life, and you might not even notice it in immediacy, but it will have a profound effect on people. So I encourage all of my clients to even if it's a 2-minute meditation in the morning, it doesn't have to be 2 hours like, you know, some yogis do and things like that. But even that 2 minutes, 3 minutes meditation, if you can get in a 20-minute meditation a day, man, that is awesome. I am all for that. And there's so many free meditations out there, you know, on YouTube, and even there's one that Oprah and Deepak Chopra do. So I always encourage people to do that. And she has it going on every couple months, a 21-day meditation, completely free. I think there's one going on now, actually. So, yeah.
That is great. Meditation is definitely, I meditate not as much as I really think I should, but when I do have a lot of clarity. I find it very, very helpful, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to read a couple of affirmations and want your synopsis about it, okay? So
Yeah.
It says that it is safe for me to be lovingly powerful. I am magnificent in every way. I have the strength to do anything I set out to do with loving intention. I am grateful for the courage to be all I can be. I'll say it again. It is safe for me to be lovingly powerful. I am magnificent in every way. I have the strength to do anything I set out to do with loving intention. I am grateful for the courage to be all I can be. And that pretty much really sums up what we talked about here, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And what I want to point out about those affirmations really is that they are all associated with the here and now. So it's like I am doing this now, you know, and it's giving it that time frame. Because a lot of people will say like, oh, I am so happy when this happens, you know, and it's not about the when, it's about the now. So stating all of that stuff, the gratitude about who you are now in this moment is extremely powerful. So yeah, those affirmations are awesome.
Well, Latha, I think you did a really awesome job, and I'm really happy to have you on. You know, how do people get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you?
Yeah, I think the best way right now to contact me is through email. My email address right now is the lifestylelifter @gmail.com. I do have a website. It is under construction at the moment, and if you email me, I can send you all of the information that you would want. So thanks.
So that's lifestylelifter@gmail.com.
It's the lifestylelifter@gmail.com. So THE lifestylelifter @gmail.com.
That's very appropriate. That sounds awesome. And also you're putting together a program, right, to you know, help people and stuff. Like, you want to share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, so I have actually a 20 webinar series that's going on right now. And I do probably about a webinar a week. Sometimes it's more or less, depending on who can join. And they're all about these different things that are going on in life and about how you can change your mental attitude. You can change what's going on in your life. So we're going to have one coming up about manifesting your dream home. And that dream home really does not necessarily have to be a house. It could be, you know, your dream apartment. It could be the space that you're living in. It could be just updating what you have currently. It could be, you know, so many different things. And to teach people that there is a different way to exist in life. And I come across a lot of people that now believe in the saying, the struggle is real. And every time I see like a shirt that says that, or like, you know, a phone case or whatever it is, because it's pretty hip now. And it just totally just pushes my buttons, because I hate that. It's like the perpetuation of the struggle being real. When I truly believe, the more that you're saying that, the more that you're believing it, the more that you're living in it, the more that you're creating it in your life. So you're like, the struggle's real, the struggle's real. And that becomes your personal mantra, you know? So I have a series of webinars, and they're going on right now. So you can email me and I can send you the information about it. And again, my email address is thelifestylelifter@gmail.com. So we have like a dream house coming up. We have one about manifesting your perfect partner, because I love that. People always want to know about that. We have money mantras. So, and there's a whole bunch more. I'm always willing to hear what people want, what the public is looking for, what the community is looking for. And I can always tailor one and put one on together. They usually last about 45 minutes or so. And then I have time for questions and answers at the end. And it's interactive. So you can just, you know, as we're talking about things, you can type in your questions and I get them, and then I can respond to them. And if I don't have time during the actual webinar, I always make time to respond to any emails that I get within 24 hours at the most, 2 days, really 48 hours.
Wow, that's really awesome stuff. I really like the whole entire concept, you know, and we're definitely going to bring a lot of value to a lot of people and help a lot of people, because, you know, I can see definitely a lot of value when you're putting together. So you want to say anything, any lasting words or last words, everybody, before we sign off?
Yeah, Mark, sure, definitely. Thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun. I love talking to you. I love you as a friend. Everything is really great. And I really appreciate and acknowledge you for doing this work and for being able to serve as a platform for people to come on and talk about what they're doing and how they're trying to help and heal the world. I think that's pretty cool. So thanks so much for having me. I really look forward to getting some emails from people that are watching this, and really you can reach out to me for anything and everything. I deal with a lot of different issues from people, and it goes from any range of things, from like we were talking about money and love to depression, to people that are dealing with eating disorders and things like that. So really the whole gamut of things, and I'm always willing to tailor what I do to help someone in need, really. So thanks.